Hi, welcome. Today is all about love modalities. So, we are going to figure out what our love modalities are and what our partner's love modalities are. So, a love modality is based on our sensory experience. You might already know that, for example, you're a type of learner, that you might learn more visually, or you might learn more kinesthetically through muscle memory, or you might learn more easily auditorily. That informs a lot about the love modality style that you have. So take a moment to notice, are you someone who really appreciates the quality of a voice, the way words are spoken to you? So the quality of a voice would be that you're sensitive to that tonal frequency, to the energy of listening and hearing. And that would be your preferred love modality, to be kind of nurtured and swooned and loved through words and that quality of the words. And now there's a slight difference. Some of us are more that way, and some of us are more about the actual words. So, are you more of a thinker love modality, that you like to know your partner can say specific things to you that help you, that make you feel loved and cherished and respected and cared for? And so that would be, it really doesn't matter their tone of voice or kind of the overall atmosphere, but I like words. I like ideas. In the thinking love modality, you and your partner like to share um, thoughts, concepts. You grow intellectually together. So whereas in the more just sound love modality, it's about kind of the voice, the frequency of the energy through hearing. You like to listen to music together. Maybe it combines with the kinesthetic and you like to dance together. You're in that the listening modality is more about that taking in through conversation or through listening to things together, that type of love modality that is there in the atmosphere and the tone and the energy of of the channel of hearing. Now we also have the visual, which most people in our culture are visual in their love modality to some degree. Now, with these different love modalities, you might identify that you're all of them or that you're much more one or two. There's no right way to be with them. So now let's look at that love modality of seeing. So a person who really has a strong love modality of seeing, they like to be looked at in the eyes. They don't feel loved if they're not seen. They want their partner to acknowledge the way they appear to them physically through vision. So they might really appreciate words of compliment about, like, you look beautiful today, or I love that color on you, or and this doesn't mean we're superficial. This just means that we're highly visual. And it might mean also that eye gazing is a really, really loving gesture. So an auditory love modality might prefer to actually connect on the phone sometimes. A visual love modality will want that direct eye contact and acknowledgement of the seeing of each other. Now let's look at another love modality, the energetic love modality. So the energetic love modality is going into that more subtle level of awareness of each other. So a person who has a heightened energetic love modality, they actually might really, really need their emotions more honored, because sometimes they're feeling what's underneath the surface. And for this person with this love modality, a little like the auditory tone, but it's the energetic tone. So their partner's stress might be very triggering for them. They might be an empath, highly sensitive person. And if you're this type of love modality, then the energy between you and your partner is really important to you. And so you might look at acts of love, ways to share time together that increase the love energy between you, because you're very sensitive to that love energy and also to difficult emotional energy that affects you more than it would affect someone who doesn't have this sensitivity. Now, if you're partnered with somebody who has that energetic love modality, and maybe they tell you they're highly sensitive, or they feel a lot, it's important that you realize that they do feel your emotions, and that you let them know with words how you are feeling, and that it's not their job to change your feelings or your frequency, but you give them the space they need to take care of themselves if it's too much for them. So this gets into healthy boundaries. And also, you can prepare to be with them by doing some energy clearing that I'll teach you later on before you're with that person who their love modality is the energy frequency. Now, there's another love modality that's more in the physical, which is the body kinesthetic love modality. So this kind of experience or style is often they want to receive love through hugs, kisses. They want to be cuddled a lot, held. They really appreciate any kind of physical touch and connection. And that might be much more important to them than anything visual, anything auditory, even energetic. Like, you can be in a bad mood, but hold me. That might be something that the physical love modality would express. So they really value touch and closeness. So what might be really hard for a person with this love modality is like if their partner snores and has to sleep in another room so that they'll get a good night's sleep. What might be really helpful for this love modality is daily physical touch, shared massage. It doesn't have to be sexual intimacy, but touch intimacy is really important. So, what spoke to you of all those love modalities? Take a moment to consider. Are you more auditory? That quality of sound is really important. And maybe you get extra sort of spooked by loud voices or a grating kind of sound. Are you more the listening to the words, the intellectual love modality, the ideas, the actual words, not just the tone of the words or the intention, but you like ideas, you like sharing thoughts and concepts. So you're more the thinking modality of love. Or are you more the visual modality of love? Or are you more the energy modality of love? Or are you more the body kinesthetic touch modality of love? So we've got the auditory, loving words, loving sounds like music. We've got the thinking, thoughts, ideas, concept, words, shared communication. We've got and I'm going through them again because I know it's a lot of information. And I think as you hear them, they'll kind of light up for you in terms of what love modality you are. And now I want you to be thinking, what love modality is my partner as well? So the hearing, loves music, loves just that gentle sort of language. So there's listening and it's sweet through that auditory channel. They like phone calls. They don't have to be in presence seeing each other or touching. The thinking, the thoughts, ideas, kind of geeking out together about concepts, the news, whatever it is, thinkers. Or the visual, really appreciating the eye gaze, the attention, the seeing of each other. So these are lovers who want the lights on, for example. And then there's that energy level of modality, which is the more subtle, fine-tuned to emotions, maybe very empathic, very sensitive. And then there is the physical, the touch. That's kind of easy to grasp, right? Needs hugs, needs cuddles, needs presence physically. Like a touch physical love modality will not appreciate you going out of town. That is extra hard for them. Where the auditory or the intellectual might not, even the visual might not have as hard a time. But the touch needs the physical presence. Okay, so what modalities speak most to you? Maybe it's two or three, maybe it's one strongly, maybe you can relate to all of them. And what about your partner? Take a moment, stop the video and write down your thoughts about yourself and your partner. And if you have questions, you can ask your partner. Please write down questions you would ask them to learn this, because this week, what I'd like you to do is have a conversation together where you're exchanging thoughts about this and you're asking them questions. If they're not doing the course with you, you can ask them questions to help you learn about their love modality. And next, now we're having like an extra juicy time here with this one this week. What about activities you can plan that honor your love modalities? So it could be that you both take turns honoring each other's love modalities, or it could be that you're doing this course more for yourself and you're going to just prioritize your own love modality in what you ask your partner to do with you as an activity, or that you plan a time where you're honoring their love modality. You've got room to play with this. How do you want to work with the love modalities to increase connection, increase insight and understanding? So this is really helpful. So let's imagine that you're with a touch love modality partner and you're more an intellectual thinker. It's really good for you to set some reminders for yourself to touch them. They've probably adjusted to the thinking and they have good conversations with you. But it's time for you to give them a little bit more of that touch presence. Maybe you hold hands as you talk. Let's say you're with the energetic love modality and there's been some friction because they might be sensitive to your state. How do you take care of your state before you're spending time together? Just notice that. Make a plan for yourself. This is really helpful for the connection between the two of you. And notice it's something you can do. It does not require them. Now, there might be questions you want to ask them, which is great, to figure out more about their love modality. You might notice that that if you're the listening, that sensitivity to sound, that you really love your partner's voice. Hopefully you do. And you might ask them to talk to you while you're making love, or to have more phone calls with you. So just notice and honor your own love modality. Notice and honor their love modality. Let this inform your communications and your connections with each other. Okay, talk to you soon, and take your time now to integrate this and journal about this and write down the questions and plan the activities. And that's how we are awakening that love within us, making it more empowered and more connected by acting on these concepts, bringing them into the real life experience that we have in relationships.